in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now it's Carson. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
54's Mike.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's going to go down again. Al Woods able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? #1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. #2 goal is win your division. #3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. The left side completion to Jones. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From midfield now, here's Wilson, and that is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Barber. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. It's a gain of 34.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up. Can you let them out?
And take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here, as they've got it staring at a 3rd down and 2. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Winston gives to Barber. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
Peyton Barber, a surprise workhorse for the Buccaneers in 2018. I don't think they expected him to have 234 carries, but he certainly felt like he could carry the load and just carried it there for a nice gain.
Now Winston, caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They run it with Carson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Wilson now to throw on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They go play action now. Wilson flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Barber on 1st and 10. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Ready. Blue ready.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially give me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's got a first down of inside of midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gun.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go back to the ground, this time Barber, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
No. Wait.
Once again, it's Barber. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Jaron Reed able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, They discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Go.
A run with Smallwood. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double dog. That's the way.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On second down, it's Carson, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
On third down, Wilson buying time to his left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter if he needs to make those plays when the legs go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On second down now, it's Carson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Hey, check Mike 45.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's Smallwood. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? Third and 4. Again, it's Smallwood. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Let's think about this stage of the second half. You're taking the chip shot field goal, right?
Boy, I'd love to be on the headset right now between head coach and play caller, because you know it's a heavy conversation right here. Because I'm guaranteed the play caller is like, Coach, I've got this. I've got to play for this one. But the smart play, kick the field goal, take the chip shot, 3 points.
Yeah, tie the game. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
12 more yards there and another first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On first down, it's Barber. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Check, check. Flip, flip, flip.
Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
54, right?
Here's Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Winston to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
At their own 14-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what the
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrase what would happen.